Hey, Nicely? What are you looking at?
You didn't see that? Sky was just following Miss Sarah, and she gave him a look that could have cooled off a moose at mating time.
Oh, just so we don't take the doll to Havana.
Havana? He couldn't take this doll to Park City if he wanted to. Where's Nathan? He ought to get the game lined up.
Well, I don't know, actually. Maybe he's trying to see Adelaide. I think she's mad at him again.
That Miss Adelaide. She's always taking his mind off real honest work.
Yes, it's sad that a smart businessman like Nathan has to go and fall in love with his own fiancée.
His own fiancée. You know, I'm told, Benny, that is Nathan's weakness. But we should be tolerant because it is a worldwide weakness. Look. What's playing at the Roxy? I'll tell you what's playing at the Roxy. Picture of a Minnesota man so in love with a Mississippi girl that he sacrifices everything and moves all the way to Biloxi. That's what's playing at the Roxy.
What's in the Daily News? I'll tell you what's in the Daily News. Story about a guy who bought his wife a small ruby, with otherwise wouldn't have been his union dues. That's what's in the Daily News.
What's happening all over? I'll tell you what's happening all over. Guy sitting home by a television set who once used to be something of a rover. That's what's happening all over. Love is the thing that has licked him, and it looks like Nathan's just another victim. Yes, sir, when you see a guy reach for stars in the sky, you can bet that he's doing it for some doll.
When you spot a John waiting out in the rain, chances are he's insane, as only a John can be for a Jane.
When you meet a gent paying all kinds of rent for a flat that could flatten the Taj Mahal, call it sad, call it funny, but it's better than even money that the guy's only doing it for some doll.
When you see a Joe saving half of his dough, you can bet they'll be minking it for some doll.
When a bum buys wine like a bum can afford, it's a cinch that the bum is under the thumb of some little broad.
When you meet a mug lately out of the jug, and he smells from Vitalis or Barbasol,
call it hell, call it heaven, it's probable 12 to 7 that the guy's only doing it for some doll.
When you see a sport and his cash has run short, make a bet that he's banking it with some doll.
When a guy wears tails with the front gleaming white, who the hell do you think he's tickling pink on Saturday nights?
When a lazy slob takes a good steady job and he smells from Vitalis and Barbasol,
call it dumb, call it clever, I'll duplicate odds forever that the guy's only doing it for some doll, some doll, some doll. The guy's only doing it for some doll.
Well, we finally lost him.
I do think you should have paid some attention to him.
Yes, he did attend every street meeting we had this morning. He must be interested in our work.
Very.
By the way, you spoke beautifully this morning, Sarah.
No, I can't reach these people. I should have never volunteered for this post. Well, let's go in for lunch. And I was going to convert Broadway all by myself. I was going to take these gamblers and have them just begging to come to the mission. General Cartwright.
Good morning, Sarah. Arvell.
Good morning.
We didn't know you were coming to town.
I got in early this morning, and I've spent the last hour trying to find you.
I'm sorry, we've been holding some extra street meetings to try and stimulate more interest.
What's up, General?
Sarah, I have something I need to discuss with you.
Well, won't you come inside, join us for lunch?
No, I don't have time, dear. Sarah, we at headquarters have decided to close this branch of the mission.
Oh, no.
Close the mission?
But, General, someone can do some good here, even if I can't.
Sarah, there are so many other calls on us, so many other places our work is really needed.
Well, somebody can reach these people. I mean, don't you think? We've been doing much better.
We've announced a big meeting for tomorrow night.
You've announced a meeting, but is anyone going to be there? Is anyone going to come?
I couldn't help but overhear. General, my name is Sky Masterson, former sinner.
How do you do?
How do you do? I would like to protest the closing of this mission. I believe Miss Sarah can be a big success here.
Well, I'm glad to hear you say that, but I'm not so certain.
$1 will get you 10.
What?
Why don't we make a proposition? Why don't you come to this meeting? Won't you think that's a good idea?
Well, if I thought the mission had any chance.
General, I personally guarantee you 1 dozen genuine sinners.
Well, hallelujah!
Hallelujah!
You all got your carnations? Remember, no one will be let into the game without they got their red carnations. It's like password.
Okay, but where's the game?
Well, I'll tell you in a minute. Hey, Nathan, can I tell the guys that it's the Biltmore garage?
Not yet. I gotta stall him for a while. Joey wants his dough first.
But it's 11 o'clock. They're not going to stay around much longer.
So sue me. I left nicely at my hotel to wait for the money from Sky. It'll be there. Where's the dough?
It hasn't come yet.
I told you to wait for it.
You did tell me that, yes, you did. But I got really, really hungry, and so I had to go get pizza.
Get back to the hotel and wait for the money from Sky. And don't come back here even if you have to starve to death.
Where's the game, Detroit?
Oh, hey. Harry the Horse, how are you? How's everything in Brooklyn?
Detroit, if you do not have no place for your crap game, tell us, and we will seek elsewhere for entertainment.
Now take it easy, Harry.
I hope you will not spoil our evening, inasmuch as I happen to be entertaining a very prominent guest tonight. I think you might have heard of him. I'd like you to meet Big Julie from Chicago.
Why, how do you do, Big Julie? Welcome to our fair city, in which you know the heat is on. But just be patient and you'll get some action.
What do you say, Big Julie? Shall we stick around or shall we blow?
I came here to shoot crap. Let's shoot crap.
Sure.
Nathan, if there was no crap game tonight, I'm sure Big Julie would be considerably displeased. And Big Julie does not like to be displeased, as you can find out from those citizens who at one time or another displeased him. Although I will admit, it is very hard to find such citizens in view of the fact that they are no longer around and about.
Why, Harry, you don't think I'd be so rude as to displease a gentleman here like Big Julie. Big Julie, believe me, when Nathan Detroit arranges something, you can count on that.
Well, an interesting gathering indeed. Angela the Ox, Society Max, Charlie, Rusty Charlie, Liver Lips Louie, hey, Harry the Horse, all the way from Brooklyn. And pardon me, the face looks familiar, but I'm very bad on names. Where are you from?
East Cicero, Illinois.
And what do you do there?
I'm a scoutmaster.
Well, don't ever help my mother across the street. Lovely. Looks like the male chorus from Blossom Time. Tell me, what's the occasion?
Well,
It's a party.
Indeed? What kind of party?
Pizza party? Tomorrow. Actually, it's a bachelor dinner. Nathan is actually getting married.
What?
That's correct, Lieutenant. It's a bachelor dinner. Nathan's getting married.
Yes, sir. For he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow.
Which nobody cannot deny.
Nathan, I'm so thrilled. Why didn't you tell me?
It was a surprise.
But when I saw you standing here with all these fine gentlemen, I never dreamed it was a bachelor dinner. I thought it was a...
Oh, it's a bachelor dinner.
Yep, it's a bachelor dinner.
Yes, sir, a bachelor dinner.
Just think. After 14 years, I'm finally gonna become Mrs. Nathan Detroit. Time certainly does fly.
Tell me, Nathan, when's the happy day?
When will it be, Nathan?
Well,
These fellows were nice enough to throw you a bachelor dinner. Dinner not included. The least you can do is give them a date.
well, we need time for our license and our blood test.
Just think. Wouldn't it be wonderful if we could get married tomorrow night? Right after the show at the Hot Box?
No, we need time for our license and our blood test.
You could elope.
What?
You could drive down to Maryland. What's the name of that town?
Pimlico?
No, not Pimlico. No, Nathan. Elkton. They'll marry you right away. They don't require a blood test.
Ain't that unhealthy?
Nathan, that's a great idea. Elope. I'll lend you my getaway car. My Grand Cherokee.
Let's do it.
Well, what the hell?
My congratulations too, Nathan. I only hope there's nothing hereditary.
I got so many things to do before we elope. You'll be at the show tomorrow night at the Hot Box?
I'll have a table reserved and I guess be dressed in whatever you elope in.
I'm so happy. I ought to wire my mother. Only, what'll I wire her?
Send the telegram and date it back.
I'd better wait until we have 5 kids first. It won't take us long.
Nathan, you are indeed a lucky fellow. A most beautiful doll indeed. Do you agree, Big Julie?
Tell me, how long you know the doll?
14 years.
Let's shoot crap.
Well, actually, you better find a place before we do that.
How can I? The money from Sky ain't come yet.
Maybe it will come. Maybe he took the doll to Havana.
No, he couldn't have. How could he? She's a mission doll. She couldn't have gone.
drink?
A milkshake, please.
Dulce de leche.
these look delicious. What did you call them?
Dulce de leche.
Dulce de leche? What's in it? Besides milk?
Oh, sugar. And a kind of native flavoring.
What's the name of the flavoring?
Bacardi?
Well, it's very good. I'll have another. Doesn't Bacardi have alcohol in it?
Only enough to act as a preservative.
You know, this would be a wonderful way to get children to drink milk.
Take it easy, Slugga. The fight's over and you're still champ. Are you all right?
Am I all right? Ask me, how do I feel? Ask me now that we're cozy and clingy. Well, sir, all I can say is if I were a bell, I'd be ringing. From the moment we kissed tonight, that's the way I've just got to behave. Boy, if I were a lamp, I'd light. Or if I were a banner, I'd wave. Ask me, how do I feel? Little me with my quiet upbringing. Well, sir, all I can say is if I were a gate, I'd be swinging. And if I were a watch, I'd start popping my springs. Or if I were a bell, I'd go ding dong, ding dong, ding. Ask me, how do I feel from this chemistry lesson I'm learning?
Chemistry?
Yeah, chemistry. Well, sir, all I can say is if I were a bridge, I'd be burning. Yes, I knew my morale would crack from the wonderful way that you looked. Boy, if I were a duck, I'd quack. Or if I were a goose, I'd be cooked. Ask me, how do I feel? Ask me now that we're fondly caressing. Pal, if I were a salad, I know I'd be splashing my dressing. Ask me how to describe this whole beautiful thing. Well, if I were a bell, I'd go ding dong, ding dong, ding. Havana's so wonderful. Why don't we stay and see what it's really like?
I think we better hurry if we want to catch the plane back to New York.
I don't want to go back to New York.
I'm taking you back.
You're no gentleman.
Look, why do you think you met me in the first place? I made a bet. That's why we're here in Havana in the first place. I made a bet.
Well, how else would a girl get to meet a gambler?
Oh, come on.
No!
I gotta look what's best for you.
Oh, you talk just like a missionary. Thank you for taking me back. I must have behaved very badly.
No, you were just fine.
Yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna get home with all this stuff. It was so wonderful of you to give it to me. Sky, hello!
Hi, Miss Adelaide.
Look, the girls just threw me a kitchen shower. They went to an all-night drugstore and threw me a kitchen shower.
What vulgar jewelry.
That's wonderful, Miss Adelaide. You know Miss Sarah.
How do you do?
Glad to meet you. You know, Sky, we're eloping tomorrow night after the hot box. Nathan and I.
Good luck.
Thank you. I feel just like a housewife already. I think I'm gonna love being in the kitchen. I've tried all the other rooms already.
Well, Miss Adelaide certainly seems happy.
She's in love.
Yeah, I guess so.
What time is it?
I don't know. About 4 o'clock.
This is your time of day, isn't it? I've never been up this late before.
How do you like it?
It's so peaceful and wonderful.
You're finding out something that I've known for quite some time now. My time of day is the dark time, a couple of deals before dawn, when the street belongs to the cop, and the janitor with a mop, and the grocery clerks are all gone, and the smell of the rain-washed pavement comes up clean and fresh and cold, and the street lamp light fills the gutter with gold. That's my time of day, my time of day. And you're the only doll I've ever wanted to share it with me. Obadiah.
Obadiah? What's that?
That's my real name. You're the first person I've ever told that to. I've never been in love before. Now all at once it's you forevermore. I've never been in love before. I thought my heart was safe, I thought I knew the score. But this is wine that's all too strange and strong. I'm full of foolish song, and out my song must pour. So please forgive this helpless haze I'm in. I've really never been in love before.
I've never been in love
Oh, please forgive this helpless haze I'm in. I've really never been in love before.
Sarah, ew! We thought you'd be asleep. Good morning. Good morning, Brother Mask.
Good morning.
We followed your suggestion and stayed out all night. We talked to a lot of sinners. Yeah, it's good. Where have you been?
I've been to Cuba.
You look even more tired than I am.
Hey, what is this? Nathan, what the hell is this?
Wrong way! Wrong way!
Your hat. Someone must have tipped them off. Seen a lot of strange things in my time, but never seen crap shooters go full blast in a mission.
Sarah, you know I had nothing to do with this.
Crap game? I never should have gone with you. It was wrong.
Sarah, no, you went to help the mission.
Did I?
Yes. Will I see you tomorrow?
Everyone is welcome at the mission.
You know that's not what I mean.
Sky, it's no good. You said so yourself. It's no good.
What the hell kind of doll are you anyways?
I'm a mission doll.